Of course, in the tech industry, we are tonight in a beautiful event in which we launch French, what we call the Franco-French South African video game meetups. So for the first time we have this event because we have strong companies in France on this field of activity, but there are also a lot of opportunities and nice companies in South Africa willing to develop some partnerships. So we are working hard on that. I didn't say that Business France is mainly involved in helping SMEs. We are not working for the big groups, they don't need us, they are big enough. But we help French SMEs to develop local partnerships with local SMEs. This is the idea. We have to identify a lot of opportunities for the French companies, and there are a lot of opportunities on the South African market, which is a very developed market. So for the French companies, it's quite interesting to come and to develop these partnerships.
We have many partners. France and South Africa work a lot together. In the video game industry, it's one of the sectors in which we have this cooperation. It's very flourishing, and these meetings we have today are part of this objective: sharing, meeting, and exchanging expertise. South Africa is not to be outdone. He also has many training courses, and he has many quality studios at the cutting edge of creation in this field. And I think what we have both much to learn from each other, to learn from our stories and how to tell them, and the way being through video games.
What I'm the most excited for in these video game meetups is to find good partners to understand how our game can respond, or mostly how the market can respond to our game here, specifically in South Africa. So we're meeting people who work for agencies, we're meeting people who do communications for other games, for tech companies, and it's really exciting. But I'm also really excited about the general program of the Institut Français. Events like that are of major importance for the industry because we come from a specific market that we know well, we know our customers, we know the region, but then we don't know about the other regions and how to target them. And this is a way for us to discover these markets, to understand how to talk to them, to find the right partners, and it's the most interesting thing. But I do video games related to social issues. And I think that here in South Africa, there is a great opportunity for collaboration between studios that work on political inclusion or sustainable development or gender or races, for example, and do it with the public that is already interested in here and find the right collaboration. So working with the institutions locally as well as studios, outsourcing, everything is possible.
I'm very interested and surprised by the quality I saw this morning in the school I went. The way the students they think is very interesting. Very interesting. That let's say there's a potential. This is the start, but there is a big potential of creating video games in South Africa. We have to discover each other, and we can help in the sense of getting started well for creating games, so to go faster, let's say. And their joint venture, I may say, that could happen between France, video game industry in France and South Africa.
It's always very exciting to see very motivated people really willing to develop the industry in one country. Yeah, I would say it reminds me to good memories. And you can see there's a few mid-sized actors who are probably ready to put some seed and help the others. So yeah, it's probably a good place to be in South Africa today. So obviously we are focusing in France, but having seen worldwide, and helping other countries and especially other people working in industry worldwide is something we are very excited to do. And again, this industry is worldwide. You can develop a game everywhere and sell it everywhere. So meeting some people today may be some opportunities to co-development, to publish some titles. It's very easy today in gaming to find some very interesting people and titles to be able to sell them everywhere. So it's a very opportunistic trip as well. And as long as you have some trained people, and we can see in South Africa the education level is really good. English is kind of the international language, so it's easy to interact with these people, and there's a culture, there's a gaming culture. So the business side is not that far, so yeah, all good.
I'm really excited to discover creators, especially small creators that don't really know how to voice their stories or get it out into the world. This is what we do at Beyond Stories and at Bouffetang. So I'm really excited to share this experience and find people. As artists and technicians, we tend to be really by ourselves and really be a bit like introverted people, and we do our own stuff in our own way, in our own studios. And it's really important to have events where we can meet people, we can share our experience, we can share stories, and we can find other people to work with.
Yes, we discovered a lot of things, different things. We had a presentation with, about the market, South Africa market. We visit the incubator, Timologang, and Wits University, so it was nice, and we had a cocktail yesterday, so it was nice to meet some students and video games actors for the industry. It's interesting to know how in other countries how it's happening, and we can exchange about good practices and grow up the industry with exchange and discuss about how does it happen in France, and how we can help to grow up the South African industry, for example, and make partnership.
I think these type of meetups are very important on two levels. First of all, on our level as government officials trying to push the development of cultural and creative industry, especially within the context of industries that are least understood, like gaming and animation and virtual reality. And these type of meetups help us as government employees to sort of pick people's brains from countries where, you know, they have industries that are actually thriving. The gaming industry is still quite small in Gauteng, but it is there. And for them to have these type of interactions with other studio owners, other animators, other industry associations in other countries, there's a lot of knowledge exchange that actually happens, and there's a lot of discovery that happens as well. So these type of meetups are extremely beneficial because they are a springboard for opportunities, they are a springboard for education, they are a springboard for conversations.